Hello, Gemini. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. For others of you, this could be a connection that you have currently. Could be a situationship. For a small portion of you, this could be somebody who you've met. And you know there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Okay. We have here Wild Woman followed by Justice, Death and Rebirth, Crossroads, Synthesis, Order, Power, Play, and then we have Crisis under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Some of the cards here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are quite dark in terms of the feelings and emotions. Now, this is what your person of interest is feeling, but it could be that because of the intensity, you may be going through the same thing. All right. My dear Gemini, you found out about me, my sneaky ways, my trickster behavior, the treachery that you've discovered. I tried to hide things from you, but it turned out that I was wrong. Eventually, inevitably, you would have somehow found out. I thought I could get away with things. There was a time when I would connect with you, and I would talk to you. And the things between us, the words that would be exchanged, there was truth in them. But then things changed. Now there's a sense of deceit, deception, suspicion in this connection coming from your side because this is what you feel. This is what you have sensed. This is what you have experienced. And this is because of me. No, I was not truthful. I have spoken words, phrases, paragraphs, pages, but I've taken out sentences here and there. What you don't know won't hurt you, or will it? Yes, I've given you half-truths. I have not told you all of the details because I didn't want you to know. I was trying to hide things from you. And yes, I now know that it was wrong. Because everything that has happened, it has now made me change my view, change my opinion. My opinion now is everything that we did. From my point of view, it was very unequal. And this is something I realize now. That I kept taking and taking, and you just kept giving and giving. It was unequal. It was unfair, it was selfish, and I was stubborn. Everything had to just be my way, but now I want there to be a better balance. I want there to be an equal give and take in this connection. Everything that happened before, in the past, I now realize was truly very rough. Everything that happened was not right. Things could have been different, but they were not. Everything that happened in the past, there was rough, rocky terrain, hardships and obstacles and hindrances that took place. But now I want to put to sleep all that happened before and move forward in a better, brighter way, where I make plans. I think about how the future could possibly be much better than before. I am planning on it. I want it this way. Because things can no longer be the same as they once were. If I want to move forward in this connection, things need to change. I want a second chance. Putting to sleep and to death all that happened before, and to have a reawakening for something brand new. A rebirth of all that was there before, but having a resurrection of something new. And planning it out the proper way. Not going into it blind, but knowing what it is that I want and how I can be with you. I'm at a crossroads now. This crossroads that I'm at, I don't know whether I should move forwards, backwards, left, or right. I know I have choices to make. There's paths that I must follow. Many of these things may lead me to you, but the truth is, I don't know if I'm ready. Because I don't feel worthy. You see, the things that I have done to you, they will always haunt me. And it will always make me feel upset and sad. It's a weight and burden on my shoulder that I can't get rid of. In my mind, it will always stay. Even if you were to give me a second chance, I would still feel that it's not enough. I need to do more. A part of me wishes that there was more peace and harmony in this connection. Certain things that have happened in the past, I now wish that I would be able to fix all of that and open up to you. Because I've been hiding things that are hidden deep in the shadows of this forest. I never wanted to open up to you back then. I never wanted that. Because I felt that if I open up to you, I will be vulnerable. You will know all of my secrets, all of my desires, and all of my fears. And so I try to stay strong, but I also try to keep my distance. To you, it may have seemed as if I'm emotionally very distant and cold. But the truth is, I did not want to be vulnerable. And now, once again, I find myself stuck. Not in a clearing, but in this strange sort of area where it is almost like a crossroads, forwards, backwards, left or right. I don't know which way to move because I'm surrounded by clouds. I don't know which way to go. What is the right path to take? One day, maybe, when the fog has lifted, when it's clear around me, I will be able to take that path and make the right choice. But in the meantime, I stay stuck, stagnant, stationary, not moving. Why? Because I don't want to make a mistake. I feel that I've messed things up so bad that even if I was to move forward, I may just make another mistake, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to keep going on making mistakes and breaking your heart and getting you upset. I don't want that. What I want is to be in this state for as long as it takes, and I know you might not be waiting for me forever, but it's important that I know the truth. I have clarity, understanding, transparency. I can only move forward if I have these, if I understand the reasons why certain things have happened in this connection. Why have I behaved the way that I did? I need to know what is beyond this, the clarity I need to see. Understanding, clarity, transparency. Everything around me right now is clouded, and I know there's the right path to take. I just don't know which path it is because I can't see it. And if I was just to jump or guess, I'm afraid I might just make a terrible mistake. And I also know I've already messed things up too much. I don't want to mess anything up going forward. I do feel that in this connection, you make me feel absolutely powerless. There's a power in you that is very dominating, and I do admire it. I do like it. But you have this ability of making me feel weak in the knees and emotionally vulnerable. I admire that now. Before, I found it a bit difficult to deal with, but now I'm starting to admire it because I realize you do have this power over me. And you don't even have to try. You are seductive by default. You don't even have to try to seduce. It just happens naturally. I also feel that in this connection, you and I have a special bond, a friendship. This friendship, I feel, there's mischief in your eyes. You make me feel alive again, or vibrant again, youthful again, active again. You bring out that child in me and that happiness that I once felt long ago. And I don't want to miss out on that. Because after all these years, you're the only one that's actually made me feel this way. It is extremely intense. But I like it. And I don't want to lose my confidant. I don't want to lose my best friend. Because I consider you my best friend. Overall, right now, my mind is a mess. I admit I'm stepping back. And just as there is so much order and chaos around me, there is also this crisis that I'm going through. Emotionally, mentally, physically, I am a mess. All of my emotions right now, they are racing. Mental anguish, impatience, frustration that exists inside of my mind. And because there are so many feelings and emotions that's overwhelming me, I am unable to focus on this connection. I am unable to focus on the decision, and I am unable to focus on the plan that I've been thinking about, wanting to have that second chance with you. Right now, you may wonder, why am I not moving forward in this connection? Partly because I'm confused. I'm confused. And I know I need to make a choice. The problem is, I need time. Time for things to settle. Time for me to be in that state of mind where no matter what I say, no matter what happens, I will be able to handle it. I will be able to tackle it. I want to be that person who can do that. But for now, I am extremely overwhelmed with the things that have happened between you and I, and even my circumstances in my life. Too much is going on all at once for me. And I need to take a step back and view this from a different perspective and see things clearly. But that won't happen anytime soon. It will only happen when I let it happen. Because there may be certain things that I'm refusing to see. Certain things that I'm refusing to understand. For now, it appears that I'm just not ready. And the circumstances around me, they don't help. All right. Wow. Gemini. What the heck is going on here? Somebody here needs to make a decision. There's a choice, a decision that needs to be made. A passageway, a road that needs to be taken, but somebody is not. Partly because they feel that there's a lack of information. So there could be here, Crosswatcher or even Gemini, somebody here lacks the information in order to move forward. Sometimes in the end of these readings, I get one card called Get More Information. That's from the Archangel answer cards. When I channel the angels, get more information. What I'm getting here is that vibe that there's so much confusion going on here, over here as well, and a decision needs to be made to have a second chance, to make things right. These two cards are really good, to make things right and to have a second chance. But how can one do that when their mind is so confused and when their mind is in a crisis? It appears that there's something else that is causing this problem and not just the person themselves. No, there's something else here, like an external factor, consequences. I'm seeing the word consequences. So it could be that your person of interest may want this. However, the type of situation that they're in on the home front, anything to do with their society, their set of beliefs, their standards, whatever it is, there are certain reasons why they are unable to be with you the way that you would like them to be currently. All right, let's have a look at another set of cards. So here I have the Lover's Path Tarot. Now with this deck, I like to have a look into the past. What may have happened in the past that caused this connection to go downhill in the first place. So things were going great, they were perfect, and then all of a sudden it just plummeted. Something happened. This is for those of you that may never have received any closure and you wanted closure. People may have ghosted you here. This could be, well, not people, but this person may have ghosted you here. This person may have faded. They may be contacting you maybe once a month, maybe once a week, but very scarce, right? It's not actual communication. And you wonder what you did wrong. Sometimes it's not you, okay? Sometimes it's just the other person. Plain and simple. It's not always about us. It can also be about them and what they're going through. Totally, I could see that here because they got something going on behind the scenes that they were not telling you. And it was causing a problem in this connection. Hindrances, a lot of other interferences, things that were going on that were beyond their control. Now, these set of cards, I like to read in the reverse, and I also go a little bit back in time when I'm reading these. Now, the first set of cards that you just saw, for those of you who are new, that is your current status, and this is a little bit in the past. So these are things that perhaps your person of interest may not have told you, and that have truly had an impact on this connection with you. You know, why did they do the things that they did? How could have gotten so far? What happened? 5 of Cups. Let's have a look at that. Okay, I am going to read the entire description, which includes the upright as well as the reverse. So here it talks about disappointment, sadness, and pessimism. At some point in time in the past, they were feeling trapped. They were concentrating on problems instead of seeing the assets. They were not seeing any opportunities that were being given to them. They were feeling creatively blocked, and also they were creatively blocking infertility in the sense that not wanting to move forward or having any sort of growth. Infertility could mean also just not wanting to, not just reproduce, but also not wanting to grow in the connection. Here in the reverse, it talks about how this person started to have a growing awareness that the relationships are what you make of them. The ability to appreciate what one has is right now the situation. So the growing awareness, where are we here? The growing awareness that relationships are what you make of them. So here, this person, they have their hand over their face. They're very sad. They're crying. And they realize, and they're regretting this, they realize that they're the ones that actually caused the problem in the first place. They're realizing now that, oh my goodness, I should have appreciated Gemini when I had the chance. I did not appreciate Gemini. I did not value Gemini the way I should have. And now this person is feeling the burn of that, the consequences of it. We also have here the Ace of Staves. Let's have a look. Energy, growth, action, and creativity. But in the reverse, it talks about a lack of energy, a lack of growth, not really wanting to grow, not even taking action, not feeling very creative. Here it talks about difficulties with new ventures and the need to focus. This person was trying to focus, but there was a lack of focus. They were not really feeling inspired either, and they were rejecting any sort of opportunities that were coming their way. The masculine or the yang aspect of life was not being focused upon. Here we have, there was a need to focus, but they were unable to. So it appears here that they were upset and sad about certain things that have happened in this connection. And because of that, because of their behavior, I'm seeing, okay, so the way they behaved, this is what happened. They're upset at themselves, okay? So they're upset at themselves because they hurt you. They're regretting it. And because of that, they couldn't move on. This is probably why you had that, like those two cards. The crisis card is the overall arching theme. It's like, oh my God, what have I done? The order card, completely confused. Why did I do what I did? Okay? So it's almost as if this person, they did what they needed to do, but they did it all wrong. And now they're regretting it. And now they're thinking, why did I do all of that in the first place? Because they were feeling this here, but they also started to take a step back and they were not willing to move forward in this connection. This is something they did in the past. However, you just saw the current set of cards. That talks about how they are completely confused. Why they did what they did. Why did they even do that? It's regret. They're feeling regret. And they're feeling that they missed out on a wonderful opportunity that could have been theirs for the taking. You could have been together, but they did not value it. They took it for granted. And because of that, now they see that issue, and they want, with the Justice card, they want to have that second chance that you had. They have with the Death and Rebirth card, they want to have a chance to make things right. Why? Because clearly things were not right before. And this person now realizes that. Consequences. I'm seeing the word consequences. So they were not looking at the consequences. They were not able to really understand what was happening and why it was happening at the time. Okay, let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. With these set of cards, what I like to do is have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Chariot. 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. Ace of Wands. Again, now you have that. Now, before you had it in the reverse, now you have it in the upright. You got a peekaboo card. What one is that? 8 of Pentacles. The Love Workshop. Okay, a lot of contemplation going on here. First card is the strongest. We have here the Chariot. Now, there's two things about this. First of all, this person is being pulled by desire beyond their control. They're being pulled by desire because they want to be with you. Now, not only are they being pulled by desire, but a part of them, remember, you had the Crossroads card, right? So, with the Crossroads, guess what you have on it now? On that Crossroads. Now you have a Chariot. Interesting, isn't it? There you are, right here. Crossroads. It's a road. And now you have a Chariot on top of it. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it just works so beautifully, doesn't it? I love it. So you have a road, but it's coming at a lot of speed. This high-speed Chariot. 2 horsepower. You got 2 horses here. One is going left, the other's going right. This person needs to make their decision. Left, right. We have here left, right, right? So, and I'm saying this from the perspective of the card itself. Otherwise, this is left. So, we have a situation here where there is a desire and a need to move forward very fast because time is of the essence. Your person of interest here does want to be with you. They feel the need to be with you. They feel that things could have been better, but they were not. And now they're feeling that, you know what? I'm going to completely mess up and I need to move forward in this connection and not lose my Gemini. That is what they're feeling. Here you also have a situation where the 3 of Pentacles, some of you have been working with this person at work. Could be work, job related. This could be somebody from the past that you've worked with. Could be current. If it is any of those two, it also means that they're falling in love with you now. There is this love that's starting, this attraction. If that's not the case, you may be associated to this person through somebody, from somebody, and again, they're falling in love. And if that's not the case, manifesting something, creating that partnership, building something with you, that is what is on their mind, constructing something with you. Now, there may be 3 people involved here, but they want you to themselves. That's it. You're theirs. That's all they want. Anybody else? Shoo. That's what they want. So here we have also the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands you had earlier. The reverse. Here, there is a sense of growth, prosperity, success. There is a desire to have a second chance at passion. Not bad. There is passionate desire here, like actual physical. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not bad because we don't have a whole lot of player type of cards right now. So I still think it's still positive. It's just very confusing for this person because they know they desire you. They know they want you. It's just everything that has happened. It just came crumbling down and they are overwhelmed with the way things turned out. They're not really talking to you here with the High Priestess. They're not really talking to anybody, actually. There's a sense of introspection and isolation, but they do know that this connection is headed somewhere. It's almost as if they know something that you don't know. What their wish is, what their dream is, what their hope is from fate and destiny is to be with you. But they are not telling you that. We also have here the 8 of Pentacles. At the end of the day, no matter how dreary or dark this situation seems, your person of interest has reached that point where they are now at the love workshop. This is what I call this card, the love workshop. They're trying to formulate a plan, a strategy, an idea, how to reach out, what to say, what to do. It is important for this person to be that individual who can connect with you. They feel that you are bound, but they don't want to rush into anything and hurt you. They want to do things the right way going forward. So, are they going to take any action towards you? I do see that they are. Yes, they are going to approach you. But also when they do, they're going to be very critical in terms of their plans, their thoughts, the way they're going to be doing things. It's not going to be very rash as it once was before. They're going to do it in a very strategic and planned sort of way. Now, the overall arching theme we have here is the 2 of Swords. This I see as a situation where they know what they have done, and it has been so bad that they are kind of in denial. They're keeping their distance. They're keeping their space. They don't want to move forward in this. They don't want to do anything regarding this whole situation. They feel that everything that they have done, all that has happened, they feel that they don't want it to enter their heart. They're putting across these swords. They're denying. They're not wanting to see anything, hear anything. Their eyes are shut. It's a blindfold. Close their ears and their heart. They're in denial, but it's also because they know that they were guilty. They know that they ruined things here. This is the type of person that when things work out with you, and for the majority of you I'm seeing this is going to work out. If the majority of this reading is resonating with you, then this will probably happen, okay? What I see this person doing is, this person's going to enter your life again. However, if you start this topic with them, it's going to really tick them off because they don't want to talk about it. Now, I'm sorry, that is a red flag for me. I don't like that because it is important to talk about that elephant in the room type situation. I don't know. Is it called a pink elephant or white elephant? Or is it just an elephant? Please tell me so that I know how to say that phrase properly. Yeah. It's a problem that's not being addressed. It is a situation that this person's been through and gone through. It's just they don't know how to handle it. And because they don't know how to handle it, for them it's like out of sight, out of mind, out of sight, right there, right? Blindfold, out of sight. If I don't see it, I don't have to think about it. It doesn't exist. Why? Because I'm not seeing it, right? And look at this. Them in the high priestess mode. Their head is a little lowered. Their head is almost covered here. Their eyes are almost covered with a veil. They're not seeing it either. They need to see it. Can't be in denial. Because that's the truth. The problem is, if you don't get somebody to accept and to talk or even acknowledge, it doesn't have to be a full-on conversation. It could just be that, yeah, okay, I know what I did was wrong. That's it. Literally a couple of words and you're done with that conversation. But if they don't even acknowledge it, the problem is, Gemini, with this type of a situation, it can occur again. Okay? You have to have this person acknowledge and understand what happened so that it doesn't happen again. And once that's done, you never talk about it again. Okay? Because that's also why some people don't want to talk about it, because it's a weakness for them that in the future, if you argue, it will show up again. That topic, that problem that you both faced will come up again. So let's not do that. Let's just talk about it once, forget it, and let's move on. But it is important to acknowledge it so that it never happens again. Whatever this person did to you, let me know in the comments below. What did they do? Because it seems like they're completely not wanting to talk about it. They want to be with you, but they don't want to talk about it. Oh, isn't that convenient? Right? Isn't that convenient? You probably thought about this a million times in your head, going to sleep at night during your work hours while you're driving. I hate that. I don't like using the word hate, but I do. I don't like it. Why? Because you've gone through hell. This person has their own sort of hell that they created. But the only way two people are going to work together as a team is if you communicate. Cross-watcher, please communicate. Talk about it. And then just move on. All right, let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Forgiveness is the first card. First card is the strongest. Okay. Forgiveness. Why? Because this is a spiritually based romantic connection. And we have here reconsider. Peaceful resolution. Wow. A lot of not communicated, but communication type of cards. It's up to you. Then we have nope. No. Okay. Guys, that doesn't help me, does it? No, and then yes. Okay. Let's clarify. Oh my God, that doesn't help me. It's like sometimes my darling angels, they're trying to tell me something here. Okay, I get it. I get it. No, and then yes, and then yes. All right, let's do this again. I need you guys to tell me what the no is about. Okay. No, remain positive. All right, that makes sense to me now. All right. And what's the yes for? Yes, you're ready. Okay. There you have it, folks. There you have it. All right. Thank you, my dear angels. All right. So we have here these beautiful cards provided to us by our beautiful angels, handsome angels. We have here forgiveness. First card is the strongest. Forgiveness is key. Apparently in this connection, somebody really hurt someone really bad, and somebody needs to forgive someone, and somebody needs to say sorry. So whoever it is, forgiveness is key. First card is the strongest. The only way this connection is going to move forward, Gemini, if somebody does apologize and if somebody does forgive. Now, they may have hurt you so much that you just don't want to forgive, and totally that is up to you. But karmically, it is the best and easy thing for you to do to forgive somebody. How do you forgive somebody? The easiest way is the Jesus method. Our Lord and Savior. Compassion. Feel sorry for the guy or the girl. You feel sorry for the individual. Because what happens is you realize that, you know what, they were born and brought up in a very different way. Their household was different. Their background is different. The effects in their life, they are the sum of all of the experiences that they've had. And what happens? They do the things that they do because that's what they think is right. And sometimes the way you think, it may not be the same as theirs. And the easiest way to do that is by having compassion for them, to understand that, you know what, they just didn't know any better. That's the easiest way. Not only is it easy, but having that sense of compassion also opens your heart to understanding how the human mind and the heart and the condition around an individual and the factors that affect their life, how that works. You have to think of it that way. Because otherwise, you will not be able to have that compassion for that person if you don't. And if you don't have that compassion, then you can't really forgive. And forgiveness is important. Like I said, there are some things out there that are unforgivable, man. Like, and I'm talking like serious stuff, right? Like serious criminal activity and stuff, that kind of stuff, right? That's, for me, even as Asnointia, it's for me, there's certain things that are beyond forgiveness. However, that is the human side of me, right? But the spiritual and the godly side, it's always good to forgive. And that is what brings you good karma. That is what also gets rid of that negative energy bubble, that is that grudge that orbits around you day and night for years. Why do you want that negative energy bubble around you? Forgive, forget, and pop, and that's it. And they're gone. Then you can actually move on in your life. It doesn't bother you anymore. Because you realize, you know what? They just didn't know any better. I'm wiser. I'm smarter than them. I know more. Here we also have, this is a spiritually based romantic relationship, which makes things even harder. That is not easy. Because when we have that, it talks about you being connected in a past life or on a spiritual level. Either you were twin flame soulmates, karmic partners, past life lovers, past life husband, wife. You could have been married in any form. You could have been betrothed. You could have been engaged. I've done a lot of past life readings, so I do see the connection between two people. And it's ridiculous. It's off the charts. This is why, Gemini, this specific connection is very difficult for you. For some of you, it's above and beyond other connections. You've experienced this. And if you have, go to my website and you can place an order to find a sense of understanding or closure, even if you want, for this past life situation. Some of them are sometimes future lives, but the majority of them are past lives. You can place an order if by chance you can't get through, if there's too many people that have already, if it's out of stock, for example, just send me an email and I'll put you on the waiting list. Okay. Next card here, we have reconsider. So this does tell me that there's something in this connection that's going to happen in terms of information that's going to come to you, and you're going to reconsider how you are going to deal with this and how you should be dealing with this in the coming future. We also have here peaceful resolution. So there will be resolution, and it is going to come very peacefully. Both of you are going to have an understanding between each other, which is really great. Now, this card splits up the reading to two groups. Some of you are kind of done with this person. You just don't want to deal with their drama anymore. And some of you still want to be with them. Even if you are, or even if you're not, the decision is up to you, and still you will get a good result at the end. Here they are saying, no, it's important for you to remain positive. Just keep staying positive and keep that positive energy going, because you'll be able to attract positive energy towards you as well. And then we have, yes, yes, you are ready. So all the things that have happened to you, the things that you have gone through, as bad as they were, it's almost as if the universe was preparing you spiritually, emotionally, and physically to be able to handle all the things that are going to come to you in the coming future. You are now older, smarter, wiser. That's why you went through these things. Here we also have the overall arching theme, compromise, right? Compromise. Why would anybody want to compromise? 60-40 or 50-50 is usually okay. But if you have somebody that's compromising and changing 70% and the other's only changing 30%, that's a little difficult. You need to have at least an equal give and take here. The best way to compromise is to adjust a little bit, forgive a little bit, accommodate a little bit, and then you both meet in the middle. And that way, you've both sacrificed a few things, but you've also gained each other. Compromise. If it works, if you do it, then this connection will work out. But if you don't, then this connection is not going to work out for you. So this depends on some of you. If you really do want to forgive, then you can have that compromise because it won't hurt as much. But if you can't forgive because it's above and beyond crazy, whatever this person did, there's no use compromising. Then it just means, just like this card, it is up to you, and it is up to you to start moving on and to reconsider what it is that you were thinking and planning in terms of this connection. Now we have here also romance. The romance card, it does indicate a spiritual connection. For some of you who are new, I have another channel too, and sorry guys, I have not been able to upload in a while, but I will very soon. It's called Asnointia Audio, and it is on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free. Please do have a look at some of those videos. Some of them are on past life and spiritual connections. It's also the divine masculine, divine feminine. I have some on that. What the characteristics and features are of individuals that are like that. I also have some on twin flame soulmates and karmic partners. So have a look at that, because that will start to make more sense to you, and you will realize you are not alone. There's a lot of people out there that go through the same things. And also on the same channel, I have advice on relationships, and that comes not just through any sort of advice, but it actually comes through me channeling and researching and doing a lot of research, not outside, but on my own cases, which is like my clients' issues. And I've noticed that no matter where you're from on planet Earth, everybody goes through the same things, okay? There's multiple amount of people that have literally had the same scenarios. And I thought, why not just make a video on this and tell everybody what this person is feeling when they're in this type of situation? So please do have a look at that. It may help you navigate through your situation, may inspire you, may motivate you, may just provide you some clarity, and that's exactly why I've created those. All right, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. You all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again. Bye now.